Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear student. I am Mr. Kadim Khan and I am a lecturer in the Institute of Computing, Kohat University of Science and Technology. Today we will take lecture number 15 of the subject of software quality engineering, in which we will discuss the Six Sigma XP model and rational unified process model for the software quality. These models are very much important as this model ensures to the best quality for the product. So here we will discuss all these models thoroughly. This is the discussion agenda. It contains the topics of the Six Sigma. What is the Six Sigma? Six Sigma as a philosophy, Three Sigma versus Six Sigma, and then focus of the end user, and then rational unified process model, and at the end we have the XP extreme process programming process model. Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a particular approach which helps to improve the quality in the manufacturing and the business process. When we use certain development and the business process, then Six Sigma is embedded inside a particular software development lifecycle model, and it helps to improve the quality. Basically, the Greek letter sigma, which refers to the standard deviation, the Six Sigma means that six standard deviation from the mean. That means that here we will create a certain arithmetics that help us for the improvement of software quality. The arithmetics will be in the form of certain matrices, and the Six Sigma measure these matrices. The DMAIC is a five-phase approach to Six Sigma improvement. That means that the DMAIC is an abbreviation which helps to improve the process using the Six Sigma, and DMA includes defined opportunities, then we have measure performance, and then we have analyze opportunity and improve the performance and control the performance. Define the opportunity means that here we will identify or define certain area where we have the opportunity for the improvement. Then we will measure the performance, means that here we will perform certain measurements that how is the opportunity will be improved. And next, when we will analyze the opportunity, after measurement we will analyze based on certain parameters, and these parameters will act as a drivers or drives for the improvement of the process, and then we will improve the performance using our analysis. The performance, it means that we will improve the quality of the product, and at the end we have control the performance, means that if there is certain problem arise or certain issues are occurring, then we will control these issues. Now, what is the Six Sigma? Here, Six Sigma contains six different parameters. The parameters are in fact here provided in these red fonts. First one is a vision, and second one is the philosophicals. A vision means that what is the vision or the best scope of the organization. The vision provides particulars insight of the quality. So for example, if you want to improve the usability or portability or efficiency of the products, that will be the vision. So the vision will help an organization to improve the performance of the software process. Second one is a philosophical. So philosophical is the commitment that will in fact used for the high quality product, and philosophical is coming from the people. So philosophical means that philosophical thinking about the performance. So here it means that to get good quality using lowest cost products. So that means that we will produce the low quality low cost products, and but the quality will be very much high for the particular product. Next one is the matrix. Matrix is certain measurement techniques. So a matrix demonstrates quality level at 99.9997% performance for the products and the process. So matrix is certain quantitative measurements which produces good quality matrix, good quality products and the process and the product quality and the process quality will be 99.9997%. The next one is the benchmark. Benchmarks are certain other products, and these are high quality products which will act for the evaluation of our own products, and we compare our products with the benchmark products. So benchmarks means that certain other products are the processes which has a high quality and capability, and that will be used for the comparison purpose, so that may be best in the class. So always the benchmarks are in the best class. The next one is the tools and methods. So here we will use certain statistical practical application for the statistical tools and another methodologies which helps us to measure, analyze, improve and control our process. So we will use certain tools and methods that will help us to ensure that we are achieving the high quality of by using our process and technologies. Now, this is the old belief. Old belief means that always, for example, we utilize internal and external high cost, but high cost is adopted for improvement of the quality. For example, we says that we will use high cost and to fix different sort of the errors and defects, and then we can achieve the best quality. But our Six Sigma shows that if we utilize the high cost, for example, if we decreases the cost of failures on the occurrence of the cost of failures, then automatically we will get high quality. So Six Sigma is better than the the old beliefs. So according to the Six Sigma, high quality means low cost. So in the low cost we gets the high quality, while the old belief says that with the high quality can be only obtained through high cost. But softwares are day by day their cost of development is decreasing. So that's why we can get high quality product in the low cost. So here you can see that old belief says that for S, well, S is the measurement of how much variation exists in the process. So if we needs a high quality, also we will utilize the high cost. If we need a low quality, that means again a high quality cost will arise, but sometimes they will intercept with each other. So here means that if we spend medium money or average money on the products, then the quality will also be the average. But according to the Six Sigma, if we spend low, then means that there will requires low cost as well. So means that best quality can be achieved through the low cost for the fixing the product. So better processes reduce the costs here. Now again, there is the difference between 3 Sigma versus 6 Sigma. So 3 Sigma says that it spends 15 to 25% of the sales dollars on the cost of failures, while Six Sigma spends only 5% of the sales dollars on the cost of the filler. So that means that here the fixing cost is quite low as compared to the 3 Sigma. Similarly, 3 Sigma relies on inspection to find the defects, while the 6 Sigma relies on capable processes that do not produce the defects. So 6 Sigma in fact relies on the certain processes which do not produce the defects, means that these processes are defects free. Similarly, the 3 Sigma does not have a disciplined approach to gather and analyze data, while the 6 Sigma uses measurements, analysis, improvements and controls, and measures, analyze and designs for the improvement of the processes. The Six Sigma benchmark themselves against their competition, while in the 3 Sigma benchmarks themselves against their competition, while the 6 Sigma benchmark themselves against the best in the world. So that's why 6 Sigma utilizes best benchmarks in all over the world. The Three Sigma believes 99% is good enough, while the Six Sigma believes that 99% is unacceptable. So it means that they believes that 100% is acceptable. So only you can see that the Six Sigma is way better than the Three Sigmas. Similarly, it defines CTQs. The Three Sigma define the CTQs internally. CTQs are the critical to quality trees, and this defines certain quality tree which helps to define the CTQs, while Six Sigma defines CTQs externally. Defined CTQs internally means that these CTQs, which are the critical to quality trees, it are defined internally in the organization. That means CTQs are applied into the internal of the organization. While defined CTQs externally means that critical to quality trees is defined external to the organization. That means that are defined by the in the product. Now focus the end user. Six Sigma is focusing on the end user. So customer is internal or external user, while consumer is the person who is the end users. So the Six Sigma says that QFD should be achieved. QFD is quality function deployment. So the Six Sigma says that the voice of the consumer queue must be translated into the voice of the engineer. That is the technical requirement which is called quality function deployment. So the voice of consumer is translated or it is provided to the voice of the engineer. So that means that they have good relations between each other. That is the consumer always responds to the software engineer and all the data is transmitted to the software engineer so that the software should be developed according to the choice of the consumer. So all the functionality must be developed according to the quality and they must be deployed according to the expectation of the end users. Other standard used for the software quality is the XP process. XP is the extreme programming software development process model, and this uses the object-oriented approach as preferred development paradigm, and also it utilizes a set of rules and practices that will occur within the context of the four frameworks activities, and the four frameworks are the planning, designing, coding, that is the programming, and the testing. So all these activities are utilized by the XP models to develop the object-oriented development for the end users. This is the XP process model diagrammatical representation. First of all, the planning is conducted. In the planning, user stories, values, acceptable testing criteria, and iteration plans are created. Here, the project manager plans the development process of the software development engineering. Next is the designing. In the designing, simple CRC cards are created. So in the CRC card, which is the class responsibility collaborator classes, it contains the classes of each and every entity, and each and every class represents the functionalities. So in the designings, we create the CRC classes, which and these classes are defined using different cards. And also in the designing, we have a spike solution prototypes. That means that this will be the solution prototypes which will be in the form of the spikes. That means that it will be a rough model of the software and that will act as a prototype. The prototype will be provided to the end users and so that the end user may get familiarity with that particular products and later on they can provide a useful feedback. After designing, the implementation or the coding phase starts, and this phase the pair programming is performed. Also refactoring is performed. In the pair programmers, pairs of two programmers are works together. One programmers perform the coding or programming while another programmers in fact review the code of that programmer, so that all the defects and errors can be identified and resolved in the initial phase of the programming. And also refactoring is performed here. In the refactoring, we develop the code in our multiple factorization. Means that here we will divide the code into multiple sub-modules, and each and every module should be developed independently. After the programming, the testing is performed here. Here we can perform the unit test, acceptance test, integration test, glass box test, crystal box test, or black box test, and others different sort of tests. So here the testing is performed by software quality assurance personnel to assures that the product is of the high quality. And if the testing is in fact successful and the product is without the errors or defects, then the product is released to the end user. That means the product is practically installed into the environment of the end user. This is called software increment, and project velocity is computed. The next model used for software quality is the rational unified process model. Rational unified process model is very much popular software development process model, and it is based on the idea of highly iterative development. RUP, that is the rational unified process model, is a product in addition to the product's process. That means that RUP is by itself a product, and also it is uses a certain process to develop the software. Basically, as its name indicates, rational unified process model, it incorporates the unified modeling language for the designing. Unified modeling language consists of different use case diagram, class diagram, object interaction diagram, and components diagram for the designing and development of the software. RUP is a continuous assessment of quality of the system. Basically, in RUP, we continuously assess and analyze the quality so that we can get high quality product. This is the RUP models here. First of all, we lives in the inception phase. In the inception phase, all the customer requirements are obtained. That is depends on the best communication and best plannings provided by the project manager. So here we utilize this best documentation and communication media to gather the requirements from the customers, and during that phase also the planning is created. In the planning phase we perform the elaboration. Means that here we will create the planning as well as the modeling of the software. The model will be the act as like the prototypes, and the modeling will be performed using certain UML methodologies such as the class diagram, object diagram, and also we will utilize different patterns for the UMLs such as the collaborator patterns and similarly the observer patterns, etc. So here we will utilize different patterns or methodologies to design the software. After the modeling, the construction phase is completed. The construction phase is relevant with the programming phase of the software development. Here we will develop the product practically using certain computer languages and technologies like Java, C++, C Sharp, and MATLAB, etc. After constructions, we will perform the deployment phase. The deployment phase is also called the transition phase. In the transition, we will practically install or deploy the software on the user environment. Here we will make sure that the user is properly trained about the software's product, and then we will release the softwares in the form of the increment. This will be the increment. If there are certain functionalities, then again this loop will be performed, and the continuous looping means that we will continuously improve the process for the high quality, and the software will be produced if the acceptance test has been successfully accepted by the end users. Dear student, this is the end of this lectures. If you have any question, you can ask the question, and the question will be asked by you through the email. My email is m.kadeem@kust.edu.pk. I will wait for your questions, and also if you want to read more about these topics, you can study these two books. The first book is the Certified Six Sigma Yellow Belt Handbook. This is about the Six Sigma, and the second book is Extreme Programming and Agile Methods XP Agile Universe. This book is very much best book for learning. And if you have any question, you can ask question through my email, that is the m.kadeem@kust.edu.pk, and I will wait for your questions and respond to you as soon as I get your questions. Thank you very much.